Hi, Dharam. Good to see you again, Dharam. So let's discuss again about the value of program management and how to become a PGMP with our help. So today I have one question to you regarding the differences and the commonalities of a program manager's job or role. Uh, if you look at the agile space or you look at the traditional waterfall space. So do you have some insights in these differences and commonalities?
Yeah, Thomas, thank you very much once again. Really good question. And it's a very commonly asked question because agile is the new buzzword and everybody is talking about agile. And when they're considering PGMP or other certification, they said, Dharam, I really don't think I should be going for this for PGMP because it's not aligned with my, I'm in agile world, I'm doing agile project. So it's very good question. Let me answer it. Before we talk about the program manager role in these different methodology, let me talk about what is waterfall methodology, and then I will talk about agile, and then get into there. Okay, so waterfall project management is a traditional approach where you, as a project manager or program manager, you do a lot of planning upfront, and you build your product after design and implementation, execution, all kind of thing, testing, and that's where you complete the program, a project successfully. Okay, and hoping that whatever you started with, you're actually delivering it. Okay, when it comes to agile, agile is very fast approach, where product owner or the business, they come in with an idea, they probably have no they don't understand fully, but they want to get something started. So the go-to-market is their approach, their aim. So that's where you, as a agile project manager or scrum master, you have a team of 7 to 10 people, 9 people, and you have a business analyst, you have a architect, you have a tester, developer, everybody to working together for the common goal in a smaller cycle, smaller releases. So it's a faster way to get the work done, especially in the today's world where the work is changing, the ideas are coming, new ideas are coming everywhere, and the industry is changing very, very fast. So it's a really very important to get into agile. But the question comes, as the agile project manager or a scrum master, or if you are a senior with running multiple scrum teams, should you consider PGMP? So PGMP, as you probably know, this is coming from PMI. PMI is Project Management Institute. In 2007, they started this idea of PGMP, and PGMP is Program Manager Professional. Is highly recognized, very, very prestigious certificate. At the moment, there are 3,100 PGMPs. It's not a big number, but it's a good to start, and I think it's a that's this is where you should get into, because a low number will give you a differentiation. So let's talk about program first. So program is what? Program where you're running multiple projects, sub-program, and other activities. You work managing them in their interdependencies, and you're working towards a common goal, realizing benefit for the stakeholders. Okay, and so in reality, it does not matter whether you are using agile or traditional waterfall. As a program manager, for you, all this is a component. What matters for you, how these components are strategically aligned. Are they going to give you the right benefit? Are we managing these components in a most efficient way? And keeping our stakeholder informed, providing the required governance. So you can see whether it is a traditional waterfall or agile is equally, program manager role is equally important. In Scrum, in this agile world, it is sometimes called Scrum of Scrums. So idea is basically you're running multiple Scrum teams, and you are ensuring that collaboration is happening. The work done by one Scrum team is migrating to another Scrum team. So the same concept. So SAFe, the Scale Agile framework, they're also talking about program management, and PMI is talking about the program management. So for you to think about whether you should be going for PGMP or not depends on a couple of factors. One is if you really want to stay what you're doing as a project manager, agile or scrum master work, because that's what you love, or that's the current buzzword, or you are targeting or you wanted to move into the more strategic role, going to the program manager, program director, PMO, or vice president role. If that's your aspiration, I believe you should go for PGMP. While these certificates, Scrum Master, Agile, can be done very, very easily. You do a 2 days course, you can get it a Scrum Master certification. You can do that, and you should do them as well. But think about long-term plan. After 6 months, 1 year, 3 year, where you want to be, and would you like to be in the strategic role? Then you should start thinking of doing PGMP. And yeah, so Thomas, this is my view. And do you have any other ideas? What's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, thank you, Dharam. I think you put it quite right. And interestingly, if you are in the agile space, and if you are working with an agile team now, maybe 10 people as a maximum, and if you are considering to extend your responsibilities and your abilities to more than just one Scrum team, if you are scaling agile, I think then program management is a path to extend your capability to do that. So even some of the scaling frameworks we have in the agile space, like SAFe, they have a component that is called program management, and they deliver some program management artifacts we also know from the PMI program management standard. So if you go, you can stay within the SAFe framework. You can learn about this. This is quite, let's say, a short certification. But if you really want to understand what a program is about, I think you should go the more hard way, which is definitely the way to go for a PGMP, and to understand programs not only in the agile space and world, but also in the whole world, in the business world and in the world of traditional waterfall project. I think this is the way to go. This would be in addition to what you said. I think if you want to grow, I think PGMP is a good way to help you do that.
Yeah. And to add something more on this, when I was going for a job with Telstra, this is a telecom number one telecom company in Australia. They were hiring a senior project manager in the agile world, and I was coming with very little knowledge of agile. Yes, I learned by reading books, but they hired me because I had PGMP.
Yeah,
I have basic understanding of agile, which is required, or that was expected, but they hired me because of my PGMP certificate. And later on, they told me that reason we hired you because you can see not only from the project point of view, the small component point of view, we are looking from Scrum of Scrum, multiple projects together.
Yeah, I fully agree to that. I think when I did my first program management role, I was in charge of a customer program with 4 or 5 different project managers, and the projects they were running for the customers. I was actually, it was an investment banking risk management. This was a topic. I had no clue what investment banking is or risk management in that area is, but they knew. But the value I could bring in is to help them integrate, to help them have one voice to the customer, and talk with the customer, and to help them to avoid misunderstandings. So actually, I focused on, as a program manager, I focused on integrating the whole thing, understanding the issues and helping solve them, and communicating to the customer. And this was very much appreciated. So I provided some discipline to the whole thing, which was not there before that. So if you have a disciplined approach to an initiative that has more than one project, this is supported by program management.
Yeah, perfect. I mean, that's very rightly presented, Thomas. Very nice. So for people who are listening, I think if you have any doubts or if you're still thinking I should stay within Agile or do some Scrum Master training. You continue with that. But if you want to ask my help or my guidance or my Thomas, please feel free to reach out to us, and we'll be more than happy to guide you and direct you which certificate is best for you for now or for future.
Sure.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Thomas. Thank you for your insight, and I'm sure people will benefit from this. Thank you.
Thank you.